There is a type of person who hears about a busy weekend plan and immediately starts thinking of an excuse to stay home. They do not do this because they are depressed or dealing with social anxiety, but because they genuinely prefer their own company. For a long time, society looked at this choice through a negative lens, labeling people who love solitude as introverted, lonely, or even antisocial. But recent psychological research shows that society has been looking at this all wrong. There is a massive difference between being lonely and choosing to be alone. While loneliness is an emotional wound, a healthy preference for solitude can actually be a superpower. Psychologists call this trait unsociability, which is a calm and confident preference for your own company. It is entirely different from being antisocial, which involves hostility toward others, or being avoidant, which is driven by fear. When scientists look at the brains of people who thrive in solitude, they find fascinating differences. First, their dopamine systems operate uniquely. While extroverts need a massive amount of social interaction to get a rush of energy, people who love being alone have a highly sensitive dopamine system. They reach their optimal level of stimulation very quickly. If an extrovert needs a whole jalapeno of social interaction to feel a buzz, a person who loves solitude only needs a single flake of red pepper to feel completely satisfied. Furthermore, during alone time, the prefrontal cortex shows heightened activity. This is the area of the brain responsible for deep thinking, complex problem-solving, and self-reflection. When these individuals are alone, their brains are actively engaged in creativity and introspection. History is full of brilliant minds who required this type of environment to produce their best work, from Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton to writers like Virginia Woolf and Maya Angelou. The key to healthy solitude is that it comes from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. Healthy individuals do not run away from people because they are afraid of rejection or vulnerability. Instead, they run toward themselves to recharge, think, and process. They view themselves as complete individuals rather than broken pieces looking for someone else to fix an emptiness. This strong sense of self-awareness often allows them to form deeper, more intentional connections with friends and family because they show up to relationships fully charged and centered. In a world that constantly demands immediate responses and endless availability, choosing to spend time with yourself is highly valuable. If you are someone who finds restoration in quiet moments, you are not broken. Solitude is not a social failure. It is a sign of social intelligence. The ability to sit quietly, think deeply, and enjoy your own company is one of the healthiest choices you can make.